Islamophobia has been defined as a word created by fascists and used by cowards to manipulate morons. We normally hear the word Islamophobia when we object to Islam's call for the violent subjugation of the entire world, or to Muhammad having sex with a prepubescent girl, or to the Quran allowing Muslims to beat their wives into submission, as if there's something wrong with us for having an objection to slaughtering unbelievers in the name of Allah, or raping little girls, or beating women. But one Muslim recently posted an honest comment about Islamophobia. Mansour wrote, "Many Muslims just don't want to accept that they themselves are Islamophobes. The definition only works for them, as they are afraid of true Islam while claiming to believe in it. Kuffar, who are afraid of Islam, don't have a phobia. They have every reason to fear Islam." A phobia is an irrational fear, so Islamophobia would be an irrational fear of Islam. But there's nothing irrational about fearing an ideology that calls for violence, oppression, and cruelty. People who don't want to be subjugated are generally rational, not irrational, so it makes no sense to call them Islamophobes. But Muslims who fear the truth about Islam do have an irrational fear. They fear the truth about something that they believe in. They believe it's wrong to have sex with prepubescent girls, but they believe in a God and a prophet who say it's okay to have sex with prepubescent girls. They believe it's wrong to rape female captives, but they believe in a God and a prophet who say it's okay to rape female captives. They believe it's wrong to execute someone for changing religions, but they believe in a God and a prophet who order them to execute people for changing religions. They believe in freedom of religion, but their God and their prophet don't. They believe in freedom of speech, but their God and their prophet don't. They have Christian friends when their God and their prophet tell them not to. In other words, their minds are filled with contradictions. They simultaneously believe in Islam and reject Islam. That is irrational. They fear the truth about Islam and how it actually commands them to behave. So they fear something that they supposedly believe. This means that they have an irrational fear. It seems then that non-Muslims don't have an irrational fear of Islam, while many Muslims do have an irrational fear of Islam. Hence, our Muslim friends are the real Islamophobes. If they want to rid themselves of their irrational fear of Islam, there are two ways to do it. First, they can actively embrace all of Islam's horrible teachings and rid themselves of all resistance against Islam's horrible teachings. This is what the Quran commands them to do. Indeed, the Quran says that you're not really a Muslim until you fully embrace everything that Allah and Muhammad command. Allah declares in Surah 33, verse 36, "It is not for a believer, man or woman, when Allah and His Messenger have decreed a matter, that they should have any option in their decision. And whoever disobeys Allah and His Messenger, he has indeed strayed in a plain error." And in Surah 4, verse 65, we read, "But know, by your Lord, they can have no faith until they make you, O Muhammad, judge in all disputes between them, and find in themselves no resistance against your decisions, and accept them with full submission." So, one way to escape Islamophobia is the Islamic way, believing and doing everything Allah and Muhammad command. The second way a Muslim can escape Islamophobia is by abandoning Islam and becoming an apostate. Apostates may still fear Islam, but it's not an irrational fear, since Muhammad ordered his true followers to execute anyone who leaves Islam. As for those of us who are non-Muslims, and especially ex-Muslims, the best thing we can do to combat Islamophobia is to lead more of our Muslim friends out of Islam. If we lead enough Muslims out of Islam, we can end the plague of Islamophobia. Time for an exodus.